Mental sports training audiobook for the athlete. I want to start with a very famous quote. Whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. Believed to be first spoken by Henry Ford, born 1863, and since attributed to influential figures such as Mark Twain and Eckhart Tolle. This concept is the premise from which I have based this mind training audiobook for athletes. Our attitude determines our behaviour, our preparation, and our sporting success. Chapter 1. The conscious and subconscious mind. The mind is made up of two parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Our thoughts and what we think is true is our conscious mind. What we subsequently believe about the words we think and speak is our subconscious mind. The body is linked to the subconscious mind and cannot differentiate between real and imagined situations. When you imagine a situation, good or bad, past or future, the body, or subconscious mind, believes that the experience is in the present moment, and it initiates a physical stress response state. An example of this is recalling a past traumatic experience and physically feeling heaviness, nausea, pain in your stomach or chest, increased heart rate, headache, increased body temperature, feelings of anguish, fear, anxiety, and even panic. Imagining a similar unwanted event or nervousness about something that might happen in the future can initiate the same physiological response. Excitement and anticipation about a positive event can elicit very similar conditions. Both create, in the present moment, the same physical response as if the event was happening now. Notice this is all created by our thoughts, the conscious mind. You have the power to decide what you are going to tell your subconscious mind, what you're going to believe in, what you will think about, and what reality your thoughts will create. As an athlete, it is often the memories of a past poor performance or anxiety about underperforming in an upcoming competition that are most commonly caused by our thoughts. Controlling this will change your future as an athlete, and you will never again be disappointed in your results. Chapter 2. You are what you think about. You get what you think about, not what you want. We tell ourselves that we really do want to achieve a goal, win the race or competition, quit a bad habit, improve our diet, lose weight, be more this or less that. But instead of using the power of the mind to follow through with these desires and move towards what we want, it is more common to focus on that from which we are trying to move away. For example, we use phrases or have thoughts of, I don't want to keep giving up. I don't want to keep losing. I don't want to feel afraid. I don't want to feel nervous on game day. I don't want to lack self-belief and confidence. We've now put the energy and focus onto what we don't want. What we attract is what we focus on and subsequently what we create. Having a strong conscious awareness will give you the control over your future and your sporting results. Control your mind and you will control the outcome of your competition and your life. Chapter 3. Thought versus feeling. We can feel negative and we can think negatively. We can feel stressed and we can think stressful thoughts. Thoughts, both negative and positive, can create the way we feel just as much as feelings, both negative and positive, can control our thoughts. When we feel extremely emotional about a situation, employing rational thought to think our way out of it may not be the most effective approach to take. Rather than thinking our way out of a situation, we may need to feel our way out of it. Ultimately, we are looking for a situation that feels nice or feels better. This is when we may find ourselves looking for a quick fix to feel a nicer feeling, and why so many turn to comfort eating when they're not even hungry, in the futile hope of finding a more pleasant and rewarding state. Turning to advice doesn't fix the cause of the stress. We can choose our feelings just as we can choose our thoughts. The why behind the thoughts and feelings we choose come from a deeper level, our past, our attachments, our identity, and our fears. But the fact that we can change them is the focus. Being that our goal is to feel better, consider what feelings and thoughts feel nice. Calm, kindness, confidence, happiness, hopefulness, generosity, certainty, connectedness, excitement. These all feel nice. Concern, worry, panic, rushing, fear, anxiety, jealousy, doubt. These all feel uncomfortable. When we want to reduce the feeling of stress about an upcoming competition or event, decide if there are any factors that can be controlled. Once they have been addressed, consider stress reduction in the form of breath work, slow movements, quietness, exercise, planning, prioritizing, meditation, and become aware of your thoughts. Assess how each emotion feels to you and choose a better one. Feel your way into the better emotion. Chapter 4. Self-image. What do you think of yourself? It is important to be aware of the opinion you hold about yourself. What you tell yourself is what you will begin to believe. We are all influenced by our childhood, by people, by the repetitive patterns that we've fallen into, that we see as failures, by our own self-talk, and by the pressure we put on ourselves. You can trap yourself by creating a false image of your identity that limits your progress. For example, if you repetitively make the same mistakes in competition or fall at the same hurdle each time, you may have a false negative self-image that you will fall in the same way next time, or allow it to build up as a fear inside you. This can be controlled through your awareness. The past does not have to determine your future, and irrespective of how many times you've seen yourself fail in the past, this does not have to be your future reality. For optimum sporting achievement, you want to have a deeply ingrained positive image of how you view yourself and strengthen your positive self-talk, so much so that you are even unaffected by what others say. Chapter 5. Childhood conditioning. Childhood conditioning, culture, habitual patterns, life experiences and traumas play a big role in the stories you believe, the beliefs you adopt, and the labels you become identified with. They develop our thinking into what we believe to be true, sometimes without getting to know who we would be without these personal conditions shaping us. They are cheating you from knowing who you really are. You may have believed the lies told to you by your conscious mind and have subsequently created a belief system that your subconscious mind sees as real. As you know, what you think about and believe in, you create. Thus, you create these realities in your life, which further confirms what you believe to be true. An example of this could be growing up in poverty with little food or income, parents verbalizing how hard it is to come by money, or how good things don't happen to people like us. You can then go on into adulthood believing money is hard to attain, that success is rare, and that the life you dream of is unattainable. Or if your parents were unable or didn't choose to send you to high-level training, and subsequently you often saw other athletes at schools surpass your achievements, you could have been ingrained from a young age to think you're not good enough or will never achieve your dream goals. This is not to blame your parents or past experiences. They also were a product of their parents. I like to think human nature at every stage of existence, in essence, seeks to do good. We do, however, need to be aware of our individual conditioning so as to not perpetuate the negativity and enable yourself to be free from limiting and trapping beliefs. Chapter 6. Reward centres. Our reward centres are chosen from a young age. In the first few years of life, we start to learn that cake and junk food is a reward, and on special days of the year, we celebrate in this fashion. Our brain creates a habit loop that tells us when we need comforting or rewarding, we turn to food, cake, sugar, and junk food. This programming can be reset to take us closer to health, fitness, and success in competition and away from self-destruction. When we stress and worry, we look for comfort and reward when we can't remove the stressor. If we can become aware that this habit loop is a past learnt behaviour, we can connect to it on an emotional level and change the reward entirely. By doing more of what feels good, long term, not just temporarily, we positively reinforce a new behaviour. Next time a new trigger occurs, we can respond with a different behaviour and a new reward. This will further reinforce the new pattern. Chapter 7. Don't believe the lies. Now is the time to stop believing the lies you have told yourself. It does not take time to change. The consideration of change is what takes time. The moment you change happens in an instant. Theoretically, you know you can be whoever you want to be, achieve whatever you want and do whatever you want, and you know you can win the competition and have the gold medal in your hands. What holds you back and limits your progress and growth is believing the lies you've told yourself over time. Nothing can hold you back and no excuse can be accepted. Retrain your subconscious mind from believing any lies you have told yourself and reclaim a brilliant athlete that you really are. Chapter 8. Your problem is your gift. Life is happening for you, not to you. All things come to you in life for a reason and at the right time. Don't despise life's traumas and hardships. Don't hate on those who have wronged you, harmed you, or punished you. Don't want from those who have taken from you. Don't view your past problems as negatives. Let them be your gift. They have made you who you are. They have acted as your heart's gym. Everything you've been through has strengthened you, and you would not be who you are today if those things had not happened. Be grateful. Your passion, your resilience, your strength, and your future goals are all created by the tragedies, the struggles, and the heartbreak that have come into your life. So say thank you. Negative thoughts. All too often, we find it easier to generate negative thoughts than we do positive ones. We find comfort in fear and we fear hopefulness. This madness has become a widespread epidemic and we no longer automatically jump to positive and hopeful conclusions. No matter the conditioning that brought you to this point, the negative thoughts have produced roadblocks and you need to change them. If you come from a place of gratitude, kindness and love, both to yourself and to others, you will not resist what happens, even if it is unplanned, nor will you resist what others do to you, though it may be unwanted. You will be able to respond with acceptance, not resistance, appreciation, not jealousy, forgiveness, not resentment, and kindness, not hatred. What you give to others, you will receive back. What you vibrate, you attract. What you believe, you create. Identify any current negative thoughts that disempower and limit you, and any positive thoughts that strengthen and empower you. Chapter 10. Anxiety. The cause of anxiety can be complex and multi-layered, but in simple terms, it occurs when there is a fear of or surrounding a future occurrence. Put even more simply, anxiety is fear coupled with uncertainty. Instinctively, we want to act in order to fix a situation that is not in our favour. In the case of a future concern that is out of our control, such as a competition, worry and anxiety take the place of action. It makes us feel as though we are doing something. To let go of worry and anxiety about a future fear would almost feel irresponsible, as though we weren't addressing the situation, or saying it is not a problem anymore, or we don't care about the outcome, which goes against our belief that we need to worry. This action-reaction pattern is where we see fear as the trigger leads to worry, which is the behaviour. Although worrying makes us feel like we're doing something, it doesn't achieve a positive change to the situation. It simply causes anxiety, which causes irrational thinking and a perpetual downward spiral. Lack of information leads to worry. Trying to navigate our way through this is stressful, which leads to further anxiety. When it comes to healthy eating and weight loss, we can see the link between anxiety and comfort eating. Comfort eating is another form of actively trying to ease the situation, until we can either logically rationalize or emotionally feel that eating is not changing the outcome, then we will continue to think it is helping. To help get into a growth mindset and increase our chances of sporting success, we can look for more information, which takes away some of the unknown, or we can look at strengthening areas such as discipline, self-control, emotional maturity, and responsibility, which will enable us to develop. We need to take this process seriously, but not personally, keeping the ego out of it. Chapter 11. You cannot achieve what you do not believe. Your subconscious mind holds the key to your life success and your sporting success. Although superficially you can freely affirm, I can win, I want to win, I deserve success, if you do not truly believe on a deeper level that this is possible, then it cannot be achieved. Review honestly the results you've had in the past. Did you lack belief? Were there restrictions? Was there resistance? Was there doubt? A dream remains a dream if you think it is an unattainable desire, restricted by doubt, excuses, and poor self-image. A dream becomes reality if you know it is yours, if you have already seen it happen, and your faith is so strong that you know the success already belongs to you. Chapter 12. Negative repetition. What has stopped you from winning in the past? What negative patterns do you find yourself repeating on game day? What beliefs have you struggled to break free from building up to a competition? What do you repeatedly fail to achieve when you race? What sentences run through your head on repeat? I am no good, I am not enough. They said I would fail, I'm not strong or fast enough. She always beats me, I'm not deserving. It's too hard, I can't afford it. I never win, I always fail. I've never been able to do. It's hard to do. The list goes on. A negative sentence said once can be reversed, but a negative sentence repeated, rehearsed, and practiced on a regular frequency and over a long enough period of time will become a well-trained habit and eventually a part of your personality. These negative repetitions may be decades old, but you can override them in an instant with positively opposing statements. Positivity always trumps negativity. They are all stories of the past that no longer serve you. They are lies, they are not real. You are enough, you deserve the best, you can win, you will win. Rewrite your life, starting with kindness, gratitude, and love towards yourself and towards others. Chapter 13. You can't think your way out of a bad habit. When we find ourselves connected to a bad habit, believing it is serving us for our benefit, we need to have conscious awareness to get out of it. We can't always think our way out of it. We can intellectualize that it is not good for us, but telling ourselves this doesn't reprogram the behavioral pattern. Otherwise, it would be as simple as reminding ourselves that we need to say no or we need to quit. Facts don't change habits. It is our emotion that leads us into the bad habit, and we need to use our emotional attachment to get out of it. Awareness and consciousness connects the feelings to the intelligence. We choose a reward that serves us in that moment and brings about an instant better emotional state. But when it no longer provides the same good feeling, it's now not rewarding us. Does the fourth piece of cake taste as good as the first piece? We need to rewire our concept of reward. What reward or good feeling could better serve us? Could we in fact find comfort and reward in giving our body, health, and our mind reassurance? Chapter 14. Addicted to stress. The body is designed to be in a state of balance known as homeostasis. When we knock the body out of balance, we experience a state of stress designed as a safety mechanism by the body to return us to homeostasis. Stress imbalance can be physical, chemical, or emotional. We can tolerate a small and intermittent amount of stress, but no organism can remain in emergency mode permanently without negative consequences. Yet many people live with these elevated hormones through an unrecognized addiction to stress that can be triggered by thought alone. By thinking about a future worst-case scenario, we turn on the stress response. An imagined situation causes physiological change, whether good or bad. Remember, the body is the unconscious mind and cannot tell the difference between real and imagined. This is seen in nervousness before a competition or event. We can be in a relaxed physical state of safety prior to the race, competition, or event, yet our apprehension and imagination changes the state of the body in that moment. Sweaty palms, racing heart, nausea, etc. The same occurs when we think of a past sadness or trauma that we are identified with. When we look at sports competitions, we need to be mindful of past failures, injuries, and doubtful thoughts of what happened last time. They can then trigger an unwanted result or an unexpected injury. The stress hormones elicit a rush of energy that has displayed similar brain responses to that of taking a narcotic drug. We become addicted to the adrenaline of stressful situations and use problems to reaffirm our emotional addictions so we can stay identified with who we think we are based on our bad experiences. When we can't shut off the repetitive negativity or negative internal chatter, We become addicted to our thoughts. Most people spend their lives planning for the worst case scenario and try to protect themselves in the future based on the past. Chapter 15. Awareness. Awareness is when we are connected by our feelings to something we know about intellectually. When we know of something on an intellectual level, but with some level of disconnect, inability to feel what is being said or heard, or if we are missing a deeper understanding, then we lack awareness. There is intention behind the words we use. We intend to convey feelings with our words. Awareness is when we don't just hear the words or think about the words we hear, but when we feel the action and intention behind them. A simplified example is when we are driving on autopilot or listening to something on the radio, but our mind is elsewhere. In these examples, we are carrying out the action, but not consciously aware with attention on the action of driving. We are hearing, but we are not aware of these words or sounds we are listening to. I have seen it described that we can know something intellectually, but it doesn't affect us until we feel it with our awareness and know it internally, which is wisdom. Try using some of these tools to improve awareness every day. Start journaling, write down your goals and dreams, plan your day, organize your training, prioritize, meditate, stretch, breathe, exercise, talk with close friends, practice self-reflection and prayer. Chapter 16. Take responsibility. You are responsible for your situation. Your thoughts and your actions determine the outcome of your sporting success and will determine those in the future. We often blame people or events for our circumstances. This makes us a victim and takes away our control. By attaching to the various labels that life events give us, we affirm to ourselves the validity of the negative experiences and why we need them to be who we have subsequently become. Don't be a victim of circumstance. Detach from the identities that your ego believes it needs to not lose its power and take control of the situation yourself. Chapter 17. Make the decision. If you truly decide to do something, then you will do it. Remember, it is the consideration of the decision that takes days, weeks, months, or even years. But the moment you commit to the decision that you will be successful happens in an instant. Make it a decision, not a wish list, and follow through. Action follows a true decision. Chapter 18. Change unwanted behaviours. What unwanted behaviours are holding you back from achieving your goals? For example, I hit the snooze button. I make poor food choices. I lack confidence. What limiting beliefs have encouraged those behaviours and hindered your success? Words such as, the other competitors are more experienced than me. That other team always wins. We've never beaten them. I always get injured. I'm afraid to succeed. People will judge me. It's unlikely to happen. What negative phrases do you unknowingly repeat that may be holding you back? I always struggle on Mondays. I find it hard to get up early. I never place higher than third. I'm always nervous on race day. My injuries always play up, and so on. Don't be defined by your boundaries. Words like I'm not a morning person will affect you physically and you will struggle to wake up. The body cannot do what the mind does not believe. So once you accept a belief as true, you will automatically and subconsciously start acting to make it true, and your subconscious will block out information to the contrary. See yourself as a winner. It doesn't matter whether belief is true or not, beneficial or detrimental. You will act as though it is true. Having conscious awareness of your thoughts and behaviour will help you to let go of your limiting perceptions, your beliefs, fears, past traumas and resistance, and allow the real you to emerge, and you will find whatever you are looking for. You can learn to control pain, heal injuries, prevent injuries, speed up recovery, increase self-confidence and improve sports performance. Take action on your dreams, not your fears. Chapter 19. Set goals and plan. To reach your full potential, you need a goal. You need intention and you need a plan. When you have something to move towards, you act with purpose, and you can more readily generate excitement and a positive visceral response that gives you motivation and reason to act. Be precise. Set specific goals, but be realistic so you can believe it. If you can't see yourself achieving it, you probably won't. Or build your goals up gradually so your mind can keep up with you. You need to be able to control your goals. Make them about yourself and things you can control, and not about others or with a need to control others. Chapter 20. The Loop. What you believe will determine your actions. Your actions will determine your reality, and your reality will act as a feedback to confirm what you told yourself, further strengthening your initial belief. This loop continues on repeat, both for good and for bad, and it all starts from the beliefs you're telling yourself. Don't allow the negative, contradictory thoughts to redirect the loop towards the negative. What you experience in your reality, your life experiences, is your feedback. Assess what your life looks like now. Where are you experiencing limitation, resistance, or restriction? What negative beliefs have you told yourself in the past? Have confidence in your positive beliefs. Look only for validating information and neglect any opposing evidence, as this is a reflection of the old you and old thought patterns. They may still have momentum at first, but as you consciously reprogram your subconscious mind, you will experience less and less contradicting evidence and more of what you actually want. Surround yourself with people and situations that support your beliefs and start to build positive feedback loops. The thoughts and beliefs you have lead to your choices, your behaviors, your emotions, and subsequently your experiences. Make it a good one. Chapter 21. Visualization. Visualization is an undeniably powerful tool for every athlete's success. It is important mind training to pair with the physical preparation you are doing every day. By visualizing the outcome you want, you are training your subconscious mind to believe it, to know it's possible, to believe it is happening right now, and to create it in the future. The most powerful time to influence and train your subconscious mind is first thing in the morning and last thing at night. Close your eyes, see every aspect of the moment, smell the moment, hear the moment, feel the moment. Daydream about it when you're driving, with your eyes open, of course. Use every opportunity you have each day to visualize the outcome you want. See it as you want it to play out. I arrive early, everyone is happy and cheerful, I feel great, I'm full of energy, I'm determined, and I'm hungry to win. I know this win is mine. Chapter 22. Verbalize. The words you use are as powerful as the thoughts you entertain. Your words will influence your subconscious and will make sure they come to pass. Begin to notice the phrases you use, even in jest. Remember, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and imagined, real or joking. Repeat powerful phrases that will create who you want to be, who you need to become, and what you want to achieve. I am powerful, I am unstoppable, I am unbeatable. Repeat them daily at home, during training, when you are driving. When you notice any negative words, do not let the sentence be completed and immediately replace the words with positive ones. After frequent repetition, you will believe you are unstoppable and you will create it as so. The power of the words you affirm lies in definite and specific positives. Don't be vague about what you want. State precisely that you will achieve, regardless of any evidence to the contrary. Consider this. Your thoughts can only affirm. Even if you deny what you want, you are affirming the presence of what you deny. Repeat the affirmation of what you do want. Don't react negatively to circumstances. Everything is a step towards your destination. Don't engage in conflict. Save your focus and energy for good. Know the words you are using. Be present and mindful and aware of what you are saying. Your subconscious will accept what you state as true. Chapter 23. Affirmations. The power of positive affirmations can heal illnesses, mend your body, win races, and change your life. Affirming the good in life and the good you want out of life sends out physical vibrations that resonate on a high frequency. Everything we do here with mental sports training creates a vibration. Be sure to vibrate at a higher frequency that attracts the same in return. Affirming your success as you want it to be will start you on your pathway to believing it and creating it. Like repetition in the gym for fitness of the body, we need to practice repetition of this mental sports training and positive affirmations for fitness of the mind. Hear people positively affirming your success. Wow, amazing, well done, you won. Feel what it would feel like to win. See yourself walk away with a medal and affirm you've walked away with your medal. Chapter 24. The Success Model. This success model is used by professional athletes and has helped athletes come back from injury to win Olympic gold medals. Success. S. State positively and precisely what it is you want. U. Uncover limiting beliefs that are holding you back. C. Connect with your core values. C. Consider the consequences, positive and negative, then commit. E. Ecological. Does any part of me object to this? Am I in conflict? S. Self-initiated strategy or action plan. S. See it happening. Chapter 25. Be the trailblazer. Don't leave it up to others to lead with their unwavering confidence and self-belief. Let it be you that guides others and leads the way. Don't be deterred by the knowledge that it has never been done before. Don't be limited by the view of the world. A great sporting example of this was the collective belief that it was physically impossible to run a 4-minute mile. Until 1954, no one had ever run a mile in under 4 minutes. It was even supposed that the body would physically overheat before doing so. However, in 1954, Roger Bannister broke the time running a mile in 3 minutes 59.4 seconds. Before the end of that year, another man broke this time twice, and Roger beat his time again. Within the following 3 years, it was beaten another 25 times by 15 different runners, and many more since then. The more people could see it was possible, the more they believed it was possible, and the more who achieved it. We can be trapped by our own disbeliefs and limitations, and feel we can't believe something until we see it. Be bigger than your beliefs by believing in the impossible, dreaming in the unreachable, then believe you can reach it first, and make your impossible dream a reality. Chapter 26. Emotional fitness. Your conscious mind controls every thought, every feeling, and every emotion of your life. Your beliefs, values, and rules control the way you think, feel, and behave. You need to be emotionally fit. By controlling your mind, you will control your sporting results, and you will control your life. Your life is a direct reflection of your mind. Train your mind every day through decision, conviction, and action, and you will see shifts in all areas of your life, and change will begin to happen. What life do you want? Who do you want to be? What does it look like? What experiences do you have? What will your competition day look like? What will be the result? Rewire a new mental circuit in your brain by imagining each day who you want to be, what you want it to look like, and what you want to achieve. As with your daily physical training, you need to repeat this mental training until it becomes so strong in you that you are living your dreams. Change the words, commit to your goals, imagine, dream, and believe.